Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Tumbling Tots. I hope you had lots of fun trying out the activities from last week at home, and I hope you leave me some comments or pictures down below. That would be great. This week we're going to be focusing on balance. So in front of me right now, for the first activity, I have set up some pieces of 2x4 for my balance beam. And if you don't have access to these kind of materials, you could always just put a piece of tape on the floor in a straight line. So to start off with this activity, you're just encouraged to step on the beam and just walk forward from one end to the next while keeping your balance. And if you fall off, that's okay. You can always try again. So I made it to the end of the beam. Now I'm going to try and see if I can walk backwards. This one's a little more tricky. And remember everyone, if you fall off, it's okay. You just gotta get back up and try again. And to take it one step further, you could even try walking sideways on your beam. All the way to the end. Okay. And like I said before, if you don't have access to this type of material, you can do the same thing, walking forward, just on a line on the floor, and then walking backward. Or even walking sideways. And seeing as this one's not elevated, I'm just going to try and do crisscross. All the way to the end. Lastly, if you're feeling extra brave, you can put obstacles on your beams as well. Over here I have the help of my little Paw Patrol friends, and on the tape I have pine cones set up. Any type of material that you have laying around the house could be used as an obstacle on a beam. So I'm just going to demonstrate this task is to simply walk on the beam and step over your obstacles. Great job, Chase. Thank you, Marshall. Way to go, Rebel. Great little helpers on my balance beam. And the same thing goes for the painter's tape on the floor. Just walking and stepping over our obstacles. Great. I'm just going to tidy this up quickly and show you another activity that you can try using these balance beams as well. The next one is the egg and the spoon. So the challenge is to try and get from one end of the beam to the other without dropping the egg. I'm going to try it out here. And I just strongly recommend to parents to make sure you boil that egg. Whoa, see? Miss Amanda fell off. I couldn't make it all the way. But very important to boil those eggs, because if I would have dropped it, it would have made a pretty big splatter on the floor. On this one on the floor, I'm just going to try and stretch it out. So maybe do a lunge. From one end to the other without falling off the line. You could also add some zigzags in there. See if you can maybe just dance a little jig while you're trying to balance your egg on your spoon. This is a great activity to try any kind of balancing skills. I'm going to set up the next few activities and I'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. The next activity when it comes to balance involves some bean bags. If you don't have bean bags at home, you can use anything else as long as you can put on your head and practice your balance. So for this, I set up a couple more lines of painter's tape on the floor. One's in a zigzag and one's in a wave. And the whole point of this is to just take your bean bag and put on your head and just try and balance it on your head while you're walking on the line. So we're going to try the straight line first. And I made it to the end point. Now I'm going to try it on the zigzag here. This one can tend to be a little more challenging because you basically just want to turn your head when it comes time, but you have to keep it still. Oh, I made it to the end and it slipped off. The last one I'm going to try is this wavy line here. See if I can master this one. And the trick that I'm using right now is to just feel for that tape under my feet to make sure I'm walking on it. And I made it to the end with that. So that's very, very simple activity to practice balance. I just put up the pylons here to also show that you can move your points further apart. So if you've mastered this type of distance, you can maybe move it a little further. And to test it out also, you can try maybe, again, dancing around, trying to stretch, anything to see if you can keep that balance with that beanbag on your head. Next up, I have another great activity, and I'm just going to put my pylons away because it's very important to clean up our mess when we're done. The next one is super fun. Just go around the house, collect as many pillows as you can, put them in a line, and we're just going to try and walk across the stack of pillows. This is super fun and super engaging, and I know myself as an adult, I love to do this kind of thing, so I hope our children enjoy it as well. So really, it's just a matter of trying to walk on the pillows. Here I have a bunch of throw pillows, but you can use any kind of pillows, your couch pillows, the pillows you sleep with, body pillows, anything just to make it more fun. You can make it wider, longer, shorter. You can make zigzags, however you want to place it. And for younger ones that still aren't walking yet, this is great. They can practice even crawling over the pillows as an obstacle. This is super engaging and a great way to practice balance. So this next activity entails water with a large bucket and a smaller bucket, and also a plastic cup. So in this activity, what you're encouraged to do is just take some water, fill your cup as much as you can with water from the large bucket, and walk over on the line and balance, and dump the water into the smaller bucket. And we're going to keep going back and forth until we fill up our small bucket full of water. Do it one more time, balancing on the line. Dump the water. I'm going to go back one more time just to show you. I'm not going to fill the whole bucket today, but I challenge my friends to try this activity and leave some pictures for me. I'd love to see them. The last time, I'm just going to go and do a couple lunges. One lunge and two lunges. And pour my water into the bucket. And just like I said before, we're going to continue on until we fill the smaller bucket with water. Just want to remind everyone to make sure that you have some towels handy in case you have some spills. We don't want anybody to slip and fall. All right, so I have one more activity left. I'm going to tidy up my mess, and I'll show you the one that I've been waiting for this entire time. See you soon. All right, everyone, the last activity that I've been super excited to share with you throughout this whole program. I know this is a daily that happens in my household, and I'm quite sure it's something that happens in your household on a daily basis as well. I encourage you to pump up the tunes, let your hair down, and have a dance party. DJ, drop that beat. Can't keep my thoughts to myself. nothing better than having a great dance party. Thanks for joining me, Tots. I can't wait to show you what's in store next week. I'm going to keep having my dance party, and we'll see you next time.